So what the frack is taking so long? Oil and gas company Norse Energy, they're looking for that very answer, now suing New York Governor Andrew Cuomo and two state agencies for allegedly delaying a study that determines whether large-scale fracking can proceed in New York State. To Norse Energy's attorney, Thomas West, we should mention, by the way, that we called the governor's office for a statement and we got back a no comment. Thomas, this is crazy how this thing keeps lingering and lingering and lingering. You think that there's some sort of collusion, or could there be some sort of collusion that has nothing to do with the scientific findings?
Well, you hit the nail on the head, Charles. This has nothing to do with the scientific findings whatsoever. We've been in this delay mode for 5.5 years, and as a result, New York State has squandered one of the biggest economic opportunities that it's ever had.
I got to tell you, from my point of view, when I see like Mark Ruffalo and some of these people, and they really have fought so hard that they have the ear of the governor, and yet hundreds of thousands of people in New York State, with these amazing, great-paying jobs, it just feels so heartbreaking that a celebrity, one or two celebrities, can be more important than hundreds of thousands of citizens.
Well, that's another great point that you make, Charles, and that's exactly the issue here. We have hundreds of thousands of people in the southern tier who want their mineral rights developed. We have companies willing to come into New York State, create good jobs, pay significant royalties, and Governor Andrew Cuomo has them stop dead in their tracks. And this has been going on for 5.5 years. And that's just too long, and we're hoping the litigation will bring an end to that process.
Yeah, as you were speaking, we had an amazing number on the screen: $9 billion in tax revenue for the state of New York by 2035. It's just amazing again that if you put a pecking order of importance, that should certainly be toward the top. What about the notion, though, that this is dangerous? Can you go and prove that this is not dangerous, that ultimately it won't seep into the drinking water, that ultimately you can't grow anything, that this will totally destroy nature to the point where it's not worth it?
Look, we have over 12,000 operating natural gas wells and oil wells in New York State. Many of them are deeper, with horizontal legs that have been stimulated with chemicals, and we've never had any incidents in New York. New York State does not do pollution well. They shut it down immediately, and they fine the operators. The standards that we're trying to get out the door will be the highest standards, the most robust standards any place in the world. And so we're very confident that the excellent track record that exists in New York will continue under this new program. We just need the program out the door. And that's the problem. The governor is playing politics with science. He has harmed people. I mean, Norse has gone bankrupt. There are about 100 jobs lost, $100 million of investment. And I have landowners calling me every day telling me how they've lost their farms and they're in foreclosure because they can't lease their mineral rights. It's a tragedy.
Thomas, before I let you go real quick, now that this lawsuit is proceeding, is there some sort of timeline when we will make a definitive answer on this?
What we've done is we've commenced a summary proceeding. It's returnable the third week in January on the merits. All right, this is not a protracted litigation. We go before a judge. We've told our story in our papers, and we're going to ask him to compel New York State to finalize these standards so New York will be open for business. Keep in mind, New York is the only state in the country that is shut down and has not embraced the shale revolution. Yet we're one of the biggest consumers of natural gas. So we need to get with the program.
Thomas West, we look forward to hearing from you the third week in January for an update. Thanks a lot.
Happy to provide it. Thanks,
okay,
Charles.
The government wants